Bitcoin has revolutionized the retirement game. And one thing that they have done very well is infiltrated these pension funds. So not only is Bitcoin being scooped up by banks and large asset managers, it is absolutely changing the game of retirement funds. And we're starting to see that as a big institutional player is now starting to buy Bitcoin. We've gotten the first UK pension fund now buying Bitcoin. And now we're seeing very large players also get exposure to Bitcoin through MSTR. So it's starting this flywheel, not the MSTR flywheel, but it's starting this flywheel effect of what we are seeing from second and third order effects of more institutions starting to buy Bitcoin. So this UK pension fund buying Bitcoin as now one of its main investment vehicles, I think is absolutely changing the game because of what we've seen, right? We've seen multiple different governmental funds now start to look at putting Bitcoin in their funds. And in fact, last year, not too long ago, we had the world's largest pension fund look at Bitcoin as an investment. And so Japan and their government's pension fund on Tuesday, on last year at this time, was saying it's requesting information on illiquidity assets such as Bitcoin as part of research into potential investments. And so it's not just UK. We've got the world's largest fund now looking at it. And if you look at it just visually, I love to show these visual cap graphics that they've got here because it just really helps put a lot of things in perspective, right? So Japan has a $1.6 trillion pension fund, which is essentially twice the size of the next largest retirement fund, and that's here in the United States. But we're starting to see the Asian continent start to come in to Bitcoin and come in very, very quickly as we're starting to see, the country of Korea. I want to say, let me pull this up. Saw it out here earlier today, but we've got more corporations, more pension funds starting to put Bitcoin on the balance sheet, really start to look at ways to get into Bitcoin. And it is absolutely taking off. Bitcoin adoption is accelerating. The amount that is getting scooped up here and absolutely going off of, Bitcoin on the balance sheet and going off of, what we're seeing. And I can't find that tweet just yet. Maybe I'll keep looking here in a second. But pension funds are a unique twist to what we're seeing, right? Bitcoin institutional adoption. And look at this. This is earlier this year, February 28th. Institutional adoption is absolutely taking off. But the unique aspect of this, look, this is not just Brandon and Bullish Green Candle saying this. This is Yahoo Finance coming out and saying, look, we are looking at a potential of 700,000 per Bitcoin. Now, before you tell me, hey, this is nuts, what are you talking about here? We are seeing absolutely lunacy be here from the Bitcoin related stuff. So now we're seeing, okay, here we go. The presidential candidate for Korea's second largest party wants to invest in the national pension fund in Bitcoin, right? So we have a lot of giant players now coming into the game. This isn't just the small fish that we were seeing before. These, as I was lining out on this tweet here earlier, these guys are coming in and they're coming in quickly. The amount of whales with more than 100 Bitcoin in a single wallet is going exponential, right? So this exponential takeoff of the whales, these are the big guys who move the markets. And we've actually seen somewhat of a somewhat of a decline here from all of the price action. We still aren't even seeing all-time highs just yet. We're only seeing Bitcoin up 12% year to date. We haven't even hit the all-time high, which we reached that 108,000 not too long ago. And now we are seeing Bitcoin on the balance sheet and Bitcoin being talked about in some of the world's largest pension funds. But something else that we've seen as well is like the sovereign wealth funds. Norway's the largest sovereign wealth fund on the planet has already been exposed for buying MSTR. Saudi Arabia and the UAE. Those are two of the largest pension funds or sovereign wealth funds, on the planet. They have already been exposed for buying BlackRock's IBIT Bitcoin ETF. We even have it at the state level here in the US, where we have the state of Wisconsin pension fund, including Bitcoin. And that's been going on for over a year. So all of these big dogs keep on coming in to buy more Bitcoin. And it's only a matter of time until we continue to see this, because, British HODL's lining it up here with this great report from River. Businesses, the funds, ETFs, that other is probably pension funds, sovereign wealth funds. They're starting to come into this game. And it's simple supply and demand economics here. The supply and demand economics show that there's 21 million Bitcoin. And the amount on exchanges is getting taken off at an all-time rate. You honestly can't make this up. It's right in the data. The data. It's showing all of these things. It's showing the big players are coming in. They're aggressively buying Bitcoin, with more than 240,000 Bitcoin being bought by institutions. And that's slowly being taken off exchanges. So the amount of Bitcoin on exchanges is decreasing very quickly. And the amount that's being scooped up by institutional type of holders, pension and sovereign wealth funds, is accelerating. Now, one thing that can make some people a little nervous about this is, how should I store my Bitcoin? Because we see all these different things getting taken off of exchanges at a rapid rate. This is why I've partnered with my friends over at the Bitcoin Way. Look, I've been told that I look like a funeral director. This is just for the death of fiat, but you could go to the bitcoinway.com/greencandle and you could see this great funeral director looking picture of me here. And you could book a free consultation for 30 minutes for you, a family member, whoever you might need, in order to help make sure that your Bitcoin is secure. They've got over 25 years of cybersecurity experience. So if you want to check your computer, make sure that there's no viruses, no way a hacker could come in, you guys can do that, right? Go to bitcoinway.com, thebitcoinway.com/greencandle, and you see it, right? You could do all that. And you will be able to meet and discuss this with Bitcoiners. Something that I absolutely love to do is see all of you guys here, not only my virtual family here on YouTube, all 320 of you watching this, but also I want to see you guys at Bitcoin Prague. You could go to BTC Prague, get your tickets today, and you use promo code Green Candle. We could hang out in one of the most electric cities in the world, and you'll get 10% off. And you guys better hurry up and do that, and do your homework. As Down Under Blues is saying, Bitcoin fails to meet all of the criteria of a Ponzi scheme. Exactly, right? JP Morgan has not done their homework. JP Morgan does realize, though, that Bitcoin does seem to want to go higher, as Checkmatey is pointing out. The Asian pension funds are doing their homework and seeing the way that these things are absolutely exploding up. So I think that it's just a matter of time until we see Bitcoin absolutely skyrocket in flight as we're going to see here, this $105,000 worth of Bitcoin absolutely explode. And it's just simple supply and demand economics. So smoke the like Cheech and Chong, folks. Tell a friend to tell a friend. All 320 of you. This might be one of the bigger live streams that I've done. So I appreciate you guys all coming in. And I will see you guys all at the next run.